Welcome, pals, to another edition of Movie Gym. 10 shocking movies with surprising endings are waiting for you. I've handpicked a mix of lesser known and very famous ones, each with an ending that will leave you reeling for hours or maybe even for days. They have been ranked based on their ratings, not just only because how shocking they are. So without further ado, let's jump right in. The Pale Blue Eye. This movie is the most recent released movie among my list. A seasoned detective, played by Christian Bale, is hired to investigate the murder of a young cadet, which his lifeless body is found hanging from a rope.
What type of fella could do this?
It'd have to be
A bad man.
Hindered by the cadet's steadfast silence, he seeks assistance from one of their peers to crack the case.
someone there.
This movie is a bit slow, but has a shocking end, which you might never be able to guess. The Mist. If I were to re-rank the movies based on how shocking they are, this movie will be ranked number 1.
What's going on?
It's death.
A storm-like mist unleashes a species of bloodthirsty creatures on a small town, where a small band of citizens hole up in a supermarket and fight for their lives. Perhaps the movie doesn't feature high-quality visual effects, but it will grip you till the end, and will blow your mind in the very last minute of the film.
Want the board.
You try it.
We need to talk about Kevin. Kevin's mother struggles to love her strange child despite the increasingly dangerous things he says and does as he grows up. But Kevin is just getting started,
Great shot, Kevin. You're natural.
and his final act will be beyond anything anyone imagined. The movie plots are non-linear, with one depicting the aftermath and the other beginning of the story. The movie will conclude when it unravels the disaster. Shutter Island. You may say everybody already has watched this movie, but I'm sure still there are some people who has not watched it yet. Again, it's DiCaprio and Scorsese, and another fantastic job. 2 U.S. Marshals are sent to an asylum on a remote island in order to investigate the disappearance of a patient, where Teddy uncovers a shocking truth.
You'll never leave this island.
Match Point. The movie is about a former tennis player who becomes involved with his wealthy friend's family and eventually marries his sister, Chloe. Despite his marriage, he becomes greedy and entangled with Nola, his friend or current brother-in-law's fiancée. As he navigates his relationships with both Chloe and Nola, he becomes increasingly consumed by desire and ambition, choosing between wealth and lust. The ending of this movie might shock you in a different way. Let me give you a hint, and I hope it won't spoil it. Usually in shocking movies, you face with an incident that you are not expecting, but in this one, it's reversed. You are expecting something to happen, and it will never happen.
The guilt under the rug and go on, otherwise it overwhelms you.
Nightcrawler, The Usual Suspect, and Matchpoint. These three movies have something in common. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about in comments. Machinist. An industrial worker who hasn't slept in a year starts questioning his mental stability. I cannot say more because it might spoil it. It's one of Christian Bale's remarkable work. The movie has its own unique atmosphere, a semi-dark and pale world.
But they will when they find out who I am.
If you like this movie, you might like The Secret Window. Both has shocking ends. The Gate. After a wealthy banker is given an opportunity to engage in a mysterious game, his life is turned upside down as he begins to question if it might really be a conspiracy to destroy him. It's a David Fincher movie. Most of his movies has surprising ends like Seven, Fight Club, and Gone Girl. But The Game kind of stands out. It might be lesser known because it's a little bit old, but definitely at the same time, it's one of his bests.
They make your life fun.
Predestination. As a last mission, an agent is tasked to travel back in time and prevent a bomb attack in New York in 1975. The agent must pursue the one criminal that has eluded him throughout time. It's the only action sci-fi movie in my list. If you like this movie, you can also watch Looper.
I know where I come from, but where do all you zombies come from? What if I could put him in front of you? Would you kill him?
Prestige. After a tragic accident happened between two stage magicians in 1890s London, they engage in a battle to create the ultimate illusion while sacrificing everything they have to outsmart each other. Prestige holds a very tiny secret piece by which you can finish the puzzle that movie presents for you. There isn't a movie rating which doesn't include a Nolan's movie. Nolan also has Memento with a shocking ending in his sleep.
No more secrets.
Secrets of my life.
Psycho. A secretary steals $40,000 from her employee's client, goes on the run, and checks into a remote motel run by a young man under the domination of his mother. Hitchcock movies usually unveils a shocking truth at the end of the movie, like Vertigo or Rear Window. I'm going to suggest something that maybe make it easier to watch older movies. You should accept these movies has been built in old times and they are in white and black, and then watch it. You should not expect crazy visual effects that these days are very common thanks to the advancement of technology. But Hitchcock, think about this. Hitchcock made this movie 65 years ago. And if you consider the technology level in that time, you're gonna get surprised how good these movies are. When you accept this fact, you're going to enjoy this movie extremely. The movie is mysterious and sometimes can even scares you, and finally unfolds a shocking mystery.
She just goes a little mad sometimes.
Why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
Alright, this was our top 10 shocking movies. Let me know in comments what is the most shocking movies that you ever watched. Hit the like and subscribe so you'll be the first one to know when the new video drops.